you seeing from the UK market at the moment?
Well, there's clearly very, very big changes. Now the feed-in tariff has stopped. You can see a serious decrease in deployment within residential and commercial. The run rate, if you take Q1, i.e. January to the end of March 2016 versus the same period in 2015, the deployment rate is about 20%. So the intentions of the government when they, with DEC, when they introduced their changes to feed-in tariff last year to put a brake on the level of deployment, clearly that's working. What we also saw during Q1 was a huge deployment somewhere around the region of 2 gigawatts of ground-mounted ROCs-based projects. And we are now seeing, so that was a huge run up until the end of March, and we're now seeing much smaller, lower deployment of those projects, typically around 5 megawatts, and we see those in somewhere in the region of 600 to 800 megawatts over the next 3 quarters.
And how are the demands of your customers changing to reflect that?
I think there's a lot of our customers are looking to how they can reinvent themselves, how they can work in a non-subsidised world, and therefore they are, I think, price is ever more competitive. There are, if the market gets smaller and you've got the same amount of manufacturers looking into that market, of course it becomes ever more competitive. So it becomes very, very important that you've got the right, most efficient products with the right quality, good financial standing, bankability, etc. Trina's the #1 module manufacturer in the world, and therefore we're well prepared for that. But it's a tough environment, that's for sure.
And are there any particular sectors or elements of the market that you can see Trina catering more for, be it commercial rooftops or anything else?
No, we have a range of products which cover everything from residential. We have an aesthetic offering with black frame, black cells. Equally, that would be at home on a rooftop of an office building. But we also have utility type products that would work and very specifically designed to go into a field or ex-brownfield site. So we have products to cover all eventualities, really.
And just to finish, I guess, is there anything that you feel the UK can learn from other markets that perhaps have gone through the same subsidy overhaul in the past?
Yeah, I think there absolutely are a number of lessons that can be learned. We can look at Germany, for instance, but that's just one of a number. Trina has been operational in all of these markets, and they've seen the boom, they've seen the bust, and they've seen the recovery. The lessons I think that can be learned is about being creative, whether that's in the way that the sales are done from the installer to the end user. It's about having flexibility within financial propositions and financial models that can satisfy different types of business. And it's also about engaging and bringing in new measures alongside PV. So things like storage, everyone's talking about storage, but there's plenty of other things like LED lighting, could be other complementary things like voltage optimization and so on. So it's about looking forward rather than looking back, because we can't do anything about the changes that have happened to the feed-in tariff. Those very high feed-in tariffs are gone. The good news is that the price of PV has come down consequentially in a huge way, so it's more affordable now than ever. If you ally PV with the right measures, with the right financial offering, I still believe that it's got a very bright future in the UK.